Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Howard. This is going to be part two of our post-observation conference. I just know that my electronic device didn't work as well last time, and so we had to come in and get part two. There was the one of the last questions. I only have two questions. One of the last questions that we talked about was how do small groups impact other parts of your class? And you elaborated on that and said that when you do small groups at the table and then you leave the table, you can see the results when you do whole group instructions. And that was very profound, for the kids. But the last question that I had was, when I was able to observe you, I saw that you had the kids fanned across the table, and it became very apparent that you knew their ability right away. And we know that research tells us that small groups are very beneficial, and you've seen it personally in your class that small groups are beneficial. But my question was, have you ever had to differentiate within a small group?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they're not all on the same level. Just because it's a small group, there are still different abilities. And so with doing an assignment, that particular day we were doing small group intervention, I gave them a task to do, and immediately two of the kids couldn't do it. So within that small group of, I think I had 6 or 7 kids, I let the ones who could do it go ahead, and I stopped. And those 2 children who didn't grasp it, I did a little intervention with them. And once they got successful, then I was able to pick up the others, and we were able to carry
Keep
on.
going, and so that was good. I did, and I saw that you had like what they needed for the task was up for them to see
Yes.
the sounds and stuff.
Yes.
And so I was like, it was a very quick reference
Yes.
point for the kids
Yeah.
that they could even do independently if they started to struggle, if they realized they struggle. So here's the other side of that question,
Okay.
because the kids that were struggling, you were able to immediately fill in and give them interventions. So my question is, what about the kids that are doing well? What about the kids that are doing well, that are being successful, that you feel like maybe moving ahead? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a small group and you providing intervention for the small ones, for the ones that are behind, what about the ones that you see that are excelling or pulling away? So have you had to do that? And
What I tend to do with those children, I peer them with another one. So like if I have 4 children and they're absolutely getting it, a lot of times they bounce off of each other, their ideas or how they came to their solutions, or I let them peer up with those that are like right on the cusp of falling over to success. They become my teacher leaders.
Okay, teacher leaders.
And that's what I call them. I either call them my teacher leaders or my teacher juniors. And so I've learned to, those children who are successful and who absolutely get it, I put them to use as well. And they love it. They love helping. So we do a lot of peer work in here as well.
Okay. Well, I just thank you so much for being patient, and that is the end of part 2. And just thank you so much. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Okay.